of the things that we take for granted is the notion that a human life has a very high intrinsic value. It wasn't always so, and in some parts of the world where Christianity hasn't had an influence, it still isn't. Hi, I'm Bernie Diamond, and welcome again to Fresh. Now, if you're a Christian, you know why a human life is so valuable. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female, he created them. A human life, male or female, has an intrinsically high value because we're made in the image of God. That's a no-brainer. It's blindingly, glimpsingly obvious if you're a Christian. But if you're not, then the value of a human life may still be something you believe in without really knowing why. It's just self-evident, right? But as I said, it hasn't always been so. What happened to change that? Tom Holland is a British author, historian, and one very public atheist. He writes this: "Today, even as belief in God fades across the West, the countries that were once collectively known as Christendom continue to bear the stamp of the 2 millennia-old revolution that Christianity represents. It's the principal reason why, by and large, most of us who live in post-Christian societies still take for granted that it is nobler to suffer than to inflict suffering. It's why generally we assume that every human life is of equal value. In my morals and ethics, I have learned to accept that I'm not Greek or Roman at all, but thoroughly and proudly Christian." See, without Christianity, without God's people expressing God's love, this world would be a very different, much darker place. That's God's word, fresh for you today. And that love, God's love, is something that can transform not just your life, but through you, the lives of the people around you. That's why I'd love to send you your Fresh devotional every day. It's completely free. Just stop by at freshdevotional.org, and when you do subscribe, you'll immediately receive a copy of my ebook, How Can I Hear God Speak to Me? That web address again is freshdevotional.org.